Imagine this. Your marketing worked. Yeah. You're signing more deals, you're getting more sales, you're having zeros at the ends of your contracts that you didn't have before. Congratulations, that's step one. Now you got to go on to step two. What's that? You got to do the work. Exactly. Who's going to do that? You? No. You're going to build a team that's going to do the work and deliver on all these great things that you've promised. And you got a couple options. One, when you're small, yeah, you run around, you do it all, you make it all happen because you're the smartest, most effective person in the organization. Fine. But then you're still more successful. And eventually you get to be exactly the place where Robin talked about. You're the constraint. You're the bottleneck. You're the problem. And that's what we're going to talk about today based on my experience as the captain of a nuclear-powered submarine. So, join me for the next 90 minutes. I hereby dub all the honorary submariners. And it's convenient, this room has no windows, so we can simulate a submarine. So, you're going to come on board. The first thing we're going to do is say, hey, here's your rack. Your rack is your bunk. This is your sleeping. This is your whole room, actually. And this is your pillow right here. Now, this is the feet of the person sleeping right in front of you. So hopefully that's going to work out for you. Now, there are 117 racks on a submarine, and there are 135 to 145 people. What does that mean? Exactly. We got to share racks. So what's going to happen? Now, we're not going to make you and your bunkmate on the same shift because that means you have to share at the same time. We're not that mean. So you're going to be on opposite shifts, and then your bunkmate's going to get up and relieve you, and then you're going to go down, and you can use the rack. But since it hasn't been that long, it's still warm from their body heat. Now, what we're going to do, what we do on our submarines, we're going to take it, and we're home ported in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, but we're going to leave Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. We're going to drive across the Pacific. We're going to drive across the Indian Ocean, and we're going to spend 6 months away from home port on a deployment. Now, you can bring whatever you want. You can bring everything you want as long as it fits underneath that bunk pan. Actually, half of it. Now, as you can see, you're sleeping across the aisle from this big green thing. And oh, by the way, if you can see up here, there's one actually above you, too. Who knows what those are? Exactly, torpedoes. You're in the torpedo room. If you're prone to sleepwalking, please let us know. Once you get your stuff stowed, I can run a nuclear submarine, but not the clicker. All right, there we are. Once you get your stuff stowed, you're going to come up to the mess decks. You're going to have chow. You're going to meet your shipmates. Chow's pretty good on a submarine. Chow, food. We have a galley, a kitchen, one, and there are 2 windows. Out the side window, that's where the crew comes by. We feed them. Out the front window, that's where the officers and the captain eat. You got to eat the same food as your team. That's how you know what their life is like. And then that's us in the chow room. And sometimes we do silly things like this. Well, why are these guys doing that? Anyone notice the little juice things here? Because we're going down at a 30-degree angle. So they're actually standing straight up. Now, sometimes we get to do things like this. What submarines do these days is we do a couple things. Number one, we spy on people. Bad people, not you people. You guys are in I guess I can't lie to you guys. You're in IT, right? And the second thing is we do things like we deliver SEAL teams so they can go do whatever they do. But here's the deal. As you saw, there's not a lot of room on the submarine. There's not a lot of places to work out. And any former SEALs, Special Forces, okay, good. So these guys and gals work out all the time, 25 hours a day. They're highly elite athletes, highly elite warriors. And the Navy has said they can't spend more than 3 days on a submarine because their bodies deteriorate with every passing day that they spend not working out in the toxic environment of the submarine. That's what it says in Navy regulations. So we only have a couple days with the SEALs. So we bring them on at the last minute. Now, this bothered me because we'd be living on the ship for 180, all of us, we're going to live there for 180 days, right? So either, number one, the Navy doesn't care about us, or we're tougher than the SEALs, which is that's where I'm going with that. Anyway, so they say, hey, you got to do a SEAL mission. So great. Where are we gonna pick them up? They give us a square in the ocean. We bring the submarine away from the coast. We surface it. Now, normally this happens at nighttime, but this was an exercise, so it was daytime. We got to get some pictures. And the helicopter shows up. Now, we are moving through the ocean. We're traveling, and the helicopter is hovering over us and moving us at the same rate. They drop a line down. The SEAL team, which are these guys in the gray, they come dropping down this line. You see we have the hatch open, the orange. That's me up here on the sail, orange. This is the crew of the submarine. We drop the line down. We find the youngest guy in the crew. We say, go back there, hold on to that rope. because you got to tether it for when they drop down. Come down, go down through the hatch, shut the hatch, and then submerge the ship. You got to get the order correct on that one. And we take them to do their thing. Now, think about this young person back here at the end holding this line. There's a lot of things that can happen because we're moving together, and it's going to happen very quickly. The helicopter could shift. It goes off the deck of the submarine. Now the rope's going over this way. Do I let go? Now the next SEAL goes plunk into the ocean. That's not what we want. Or I get dragged over. What happens if a wave comes and knocks me over? What do I do? Decision. I'm making all these decisions. I got a helicopter hovering over my head. Even if I gave that person a radio, it would sound like this. What? Meantime, it crashed, everyone died, right? No good. So we got to train a team. We got to create a team that doesn't need to be told what to do. Doesn't need to be told what to do. And by the way, that's my view up on top of the sail. That's what it looks like for me. Now, it's kind of scary. The helicopter shows up. Those rotor blades don't seem that far away. You can feel the rotor wash. Look, we're very safety conscious in the Navy. Don't be nervous. I had a hard hat. Okay? I want you to remember this picture because when you work in a place where you can go down the hall and you can check on somebody, or you can walk down onto the floor, or you can stand behind someone and look at their code, you can be seduced into thinking that you can control them. But for the most important thing that they bring to work every day, which is not what is happening out here, not what is happening that you can see, it's happening up here and in here. It's invisible just like this. And the degree to which we go around telling people all day long, no, do this, do that, no, do that a little bit better, blah, 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 blah. We're throwing cold water on whatever spark is inside of them. And we have these habits. We think we're doing the right thing, but we're only winning and optimizing in the very short run. We're not building a team that can live without us.